scared, Meghan. The fact that Lilibet and Archie don't exist will make everything disappear. Hello, and a very warm welcome back to LVT YouTube channel. Until we see some real DNA evidence provided, I'm afraid there's no hope to ending the mystery of the children's births and origins. I mean, these kids have just been shrouded in mystery ever since they were born. When the Wales children and then the Cambridges were each born. I'm talking about George and Charlotte and little Louis. There was an official printed announcement from the palace. It was framed and it was set out on display upon an easel in Buckingham. You see, William and Catherine respected royal protocol. So the wording was the standard. Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cambridge, was safely delivered of a son or daughter at time of date today. Her Royal Highness and her child are both doing. And then they follow up the announcement with 4 signatures of the attending doctors and witnesses, and the date of the document was written into the lower corner in ink. It's all above board. It's all out there in the open. It is dated. It is documented with witness signature in the official palace stationery letterhead, too. You cannot make something like that up. But when it came to the Sussex kids, the wording of the announcements was quite different. The one for the first Sussex baby artificial was announced using these words. The Queen and the royal family are delighted at the news that Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, was safely delivered of a son at 5:26 a.m. today. Her Royal Highness and her child are both doing well. And then they typed the date in the lower right-hand corner. May 20th. It's pretty noticeable that there was no signatory witness or the names of the attending doctors, and the date was tight. It wasn't written in the wording, was that the Queen and the royal family are delighted at the news. So that does beg the question, who was it? Who gave Her Majesty and the family that needs? What we're seeing here is Buckingham Palace making an announcement that it was told to announce by Meghan and Harry. And there was no witness signatory. Something smells fishy. The whole thing seems like a sham. I'm just expressing my opinion, of course. And my suspicions on this matter, we're just expected to believe what was dated and never question it or hesitate. Wait a minute, why is it so different? And then only a few hours after the palace announcement came out that Meghan had gone into labor, Meghan and Harry went on Instagram to announce the birth and the name of their child. It was a pretty quick birth and delivery. And then we got that videotaped appearance at St. George's Chapel for an American TV network. They were grinning. And they seemed so delighted in their act of evading the palace and the Lay Queen, pulling one over. Essentially on both her and the courtiers. I cannot help but get the strange feeling that I am watching an act, not the real event. Of course, I did not get to see the announcement with my own 2 eyes. That I thought that it was a little bit weird when Meghan would not let the Queen's physicians anywhere near her. We already know Meghan loves publicity. She loves to see her name and face in the papers. It doesn't matter how much, she says, otherwise. And if those children were really her from her body, I am sure that she would have done what Princess Diana did by having her child in St. Mary's. She probably did hours of studying Diana's body language, and she would have stood up there on those hospital stairs with the baby in her arms and Harry behind her as the cameras were taking photos. She would have had that, Rick, to grin on her face. I'm sure you can just picture it now. Meghan never would have missed out on that opportunity. So all that information really seals the deal for me. I do not believe Meghan Markle gave birth to those children. If they do exist at all, I'm sure a surrogate gave birth. And as we know, that means they never have the right to be in the line of succession. Meghan and Harry need to tell the truth about this and just get it over with, because really, all they're doing is making things worse for themselves. People are not going to let up until the truth comes out. There are just way too many discrepancies. And it doesn't really matter what we read in the media. Not one royal has met either of the 2 children. The palace I'm talking about, royals and courtiers and advisors and household staff. They are aware she wasn't pregnant. A youth surrogate. Editors of all the UK's newspapers understand they must not write about